Hey everyone, it's Ben Hardy here, and in today's going to be reviewing the new Chevy Colorado Trail Boss. Before we get into this video, I want to give a huge shout out and thank you to the Larry Miller Chevy here in Murray, Utah for giving me some time with this Trail Boss. This particular one is still available for the time being, so if you're interested, I'll include a link to their website in the description down below. If you have any questions, just ask to work with Nick and Gage. And then on a side note, if you want to save time and money the next time you purchase a car, link to my car buying guide in the description down below. Let's get into it. Powering this is a turbocharged 2.7 liter 4-cylinder that goes through an 8-speed automatic transmission. Fuel economy 17 around town and then 19 on the highway, with power outputs being 310 horsepower and then 390 pound-feet of torque. Now before we go to the front end, I do want to mention if you want to see more videos just like this, then I recommend you subscribe because I post content every single day. So starting with the hood, you guys can see how it's raised up towards the center portion, and I really like this sand color, it's cool. Now I've got the halogen lights, and then you guys can see we don't have any fog lights, but that actually looks pretty cool with the accent piece. Chevy bow tie here with the Trail Boss logo. Notice how the front end has been designed so that it's not going to have a bunch of paint chips because it's unpainted. And then we do have some tow hooks here at the bottom with skid plate protection. And putting it all together, the Colorado Trail Boss just has such a beefy, aggressive look. Now popping around the side here, our tire and wheel setup is 275, 65, 18 in the front and over in the rear. And you guys can see with the wheels, they're completely blacked out. And I mean, look how aggressive these all-terrain tires are. This thing is all ready for off-roading. And then here's a quick look at the suspension as well. Big chunky fender flares, and then the fenders also do kind of pop out a bit. And then we've got the blacked out mirror caps, and the door handles are also darker in coloration. And then here's kind of a sort of a look at the rear shock setup, and then we do have leaf springs in the rear as well. And then here's your full side view with the Trail Boss. It has that nice leveled appearance front to rear, and the big tires just make it look aggressive. Now here's a quick look at the key fob. We have our unlock function, our lock function. That is for the alarm. Then you got the Chevy bow tie there on the back. And speaking of back, notice the tailgate is dampened. And of course, we've got the little storage space here. Also has drain stuff, so it's easiest to pick it up from the side. That's why they have those little handles. But anyways, you can see drainable storage, pretty cool little feature right there. And then you guys can see with the rest of the bed, it has been protected from the factory, and it's a pretty big bed for a mid-sized truck. Almost forgot to mention the ruler here. Anyways, lifting up the tailgate, pretty dang light. Chevrolet stamped into the tailgate. And then look at the taillights here. Of course, got the Trail Boss decal. Bumper steps as well. And then we've got parking sensors here at the bottom. And then with the towing capacity with the Turbo Plus, it's in that 7,000, almost 8,000 pound range. But putting it all together, let me know what you guys think about the Trail Boss package, but I think this truck looks great. Now popping inside the Trail Boss is supposed to be a more affordable off-roader, so we've got a more baseline interior, but this is gonna be really easy to clean if you do take this off-road. And then here's a quick look at the seats. So full cloth seats, as you can see. And there is a bit of storage underneath the seat. You do have to pull a handle to pull the seat up, and that'll also let you drop it down. Now legroom back here is actually pretty solid. Again, it is a mid-size pickup truck, so it's not gonna be as spacious as like a full-size pickup truck. We do have some cup holder action here, vents down below, and got a manual window. Now taking a look at the front door panel, you guys can see again pretty base with the material use. We've got all of our window controls here. Front one is automatic. And then we've got our mirror adjustments, and then there's a quick look at the mirrors. Now payload capacity with this truck is 1,428 pounds. And then you got these front seats. And by the way, it's cloth, has this like thick feel to it, so it'd be easier to clean off. And then you got your power adjustments on the side, trailer brake controls from the factory, and then you've got your hood latch release down below, and then of course circular vents. Now taking a look at the steering wheel, obviously more baseline with the material use, but they do have this like perforated material here on the side, so it kind of feels a little bit more upscale. There are radio controls on the back. We also have our cruise control, and we got some controls for the center stack, and then of course our little stalk there on the side for the windshield wipers and for the turn signal. Now I've got this full digital gauge cluster, which has all the information that you need right there up front. So you guys can see like fuel range, for example. You can see it's in 2-wheel drive, how fast you're going, but you can also change what this shows with the press of a button. Pretty cool. We also have like the off-road one. I think this is probably my favorite view because it looks cool with the animation. And that's like, I guess, your more simple view. But yeah, there's the gauge cluster. Now in reverse, we do have a backup camera with trajectory lines that turn with the steering wheel, and resolution is pretty solid. As for the rest of the infotainment system itself, notice that at the top there's always that shortcut for the light control. Since there's no physical button, you have to turn the lights with the infotainment system. But overall response time with the screen is really good, so I think that that's a big plus. And we do have a physical button for volume control, which is always important. Down below, single zone climate. Nice finish on the controls, by the way. It feels a little bit more premium. And then you guys can see again, easy to clean with the dash material. And then we've got some vents here in the center. And then you get your lane departure, your hazard lights, auto stop start there, and then some USB action. Shifter for that 8-speed automatic, and then we do have a manual shift function, just the plus and minus there on the side. Parking brake right behind. And then you guys can see the drive line select. So we have auto, 4-wheel high, 4-wheel low, 2-wheel high, and then drive mode select, which will actually pop up here on the screen. So you guys can see the different drive modes. Pretty cool. Terrain and off-road. So terrain's like low speed crawling, off-road's like higher speed. Cup holder action, and then here's the center console. Got some nice padding on the top, and then you guys can see the glove box there. And then we do have a manual dimmer here, and then nothing else up top. So there's a ton of glare, so you guys aren't going to be able to really see the window sticker, but this comes with a lot of stuff as standard equipment, like for example the auto locking rear differential that I forgot to talk about in the background. $37,000 is the base MSRP. This one has some options added like the skid plates, the advanced trailering package, Trail Boss 2 package, all that kind of stuff. After all options on this particular one, $42,655 is the total MSRP. Let's see how it drives. Well, let's talk about visibility before we set off. Here's your visibility over the hood, both the mirrors, throughout the rest of the rear, and let us set off. So I have already reviewed the 23 Trail Boss, but I wanted to do an update review on the Trail Boss because I didn't exactly get to do like a full driving review the first time. And so now I'll have a chance to actually drive this and see what it's like. And so I wanted to, do that in today's video to basically see if I've, I guess, changed my mind on anything with the Trail Boss package from the initial review. Okay, well, now that we are actually setting off here in the Trail Boss, I still love this powertrain so much for a mid-size pickup truck. It's just so torquey. And again, this isn't the like top of the line output, right? This is the 390 pound-feet of torque. You still have another version that has, well, even more torque. But yeah, really smooth. Still has all the stuff that I really like with the new Colorado. Feels, it is a mid-size pickup truck, but it does kind of ride closer to a full-size pickup truck than some other mid-size pickup trucks on the market. Yeah, it's got so much torque. It's one of the things that I found the most impressive. It's just the torque. Yeah, like going over the little manhole covers and everything, it's really good. So I think they've done a great job with the damping. Seat comfort's pretty good as well. Again, the cushioning's good, but the cloth trim's really tight on the outside of the seats, and so that kind of does make the seat feel a little bit firmer, but it's not bad by any means. Yeah, it just has such a comfortable ride. I'm excited to see what this is like over the train tracks, because it gives me a little bit of an idea of what this would be like off-road. So damping was good over the train tracks, and it's got torque. This thing's got torque, guys. Seriously, it's crazy. This feels quick for a mid-size pickup truck. Mid-size pickup trucks for the longest time were just the most gutless things on the planet. It's like you buy it because you don't need the full-size pickup truck size. It gets better fuel economy, and you know, it's more affordable. But now it's like, it's also quick. So you know what I mean? You don't feel like you have to get a full-size pickup truck just so that you can have a little bit of power. So that'll get me setting things up here with this Colorado Trail Boss. I really like this package. I think that Chevy has done some service to the truck community and to the off-road community, right? Offering like a real capable off-roader at a more affordable price point. I think that's absolutely fantastic. And you know, it's honestly not that hard. Like, All they did with this is, yeah, they've got the fender flares, but basically like just, you know, a little bit of a lift and bigger tires. That goes so far when it comes to making something off-road capable. I just don't get why other manufacturers don't understand this, but at least Chevy understands it. The powertrain's good. It's got good torque, good power. It's a comfortable vehicle to drive. And the other thing I like about this package is it does have like some modern niceties, but for the most part, this is pretty much what you need, and then it doesn't have anything you don't need, right? It's got climate controls, it's got a backup camera, it's, you know, it can tow well, but it's not like over the top. Like, they've pretty basic with material use inside. And see what the handling's like here. Yeah, pretty good for a pickup truck. So much torque, my goodness. But yeah, what I was saying is, it's just like this is just a good pickup truck. Basically, they didn't go over the top with this version. So let me know what you guys think about this, but I think the utilitarian robustness of this interior and the you know, off-road capability of the exterior just makes this a really exciting package.